Well, good evening, everybody. What a week it's been. Um, I'm on with Jack Jones at the moment. Um, I'm afraid Mrs. PJ has disappeared up to Durham to help her daughter move. She went yesterday and she's coming back tomorrow. So a bit of peace and quiet. No, I don't mean that. I'm really missing her, being on my own all the time. But I've had plenty to keep me busy today, especially. How you doing? Good evening. I'm. I am still in pain, but not like I was before. It's more of a dull ache now, like toothache, but in my back rather than a sharp stabbing pain. So I am feeling quite a bit better. Hiya, Gary. How you doing, mate? Hope you're having a good one. Yeah, so she's left me and gone to Durham for a couple of days, and left me on my own with the dogs. I'm dog sitting. I was going to go up, but the reason I haven't, to be honest, is that well, my daughter's got 3 dogs, and taking another 2 dogs in the middle of moving house just is not what you'd call very bright. Plus, I don't know if I'd be able to take the journey up there. Well, about 2 hours 20 minutes in the car, and then I won't be any good when I got there because I won't be able to do it. So, you know, how do, Tony? Hope you're doing well. The house looks a lot darker when you're on your own. um, yeah, the reason is if I've got overhead lights here, and if I put them on, I've either got them at the back, which are blinding, or these here, which leave 2 lights down the front. So I bought one of these little portable, um, one of these little portable lights, and I've just got it there, just shining on me. So I'm in view, but everything around me is like subdued, which is just makes it look a little more sophisticated. But yeah, I mean, normally when Mrs. PJ's here, um, she's sat in there with the telly on, and I pull the door to. So that's the only difference. What's your view on the new CAA rules starting in 2026? I can't wait. It means I will be able to fly my Air 2S absolutely anywhere. The same as I can fly my Mini 3 and my Mini 5. Now, a lot of people going on about the Mini 5 being overweight, but the CAA have confirmed that for the sake of 2 or 3 grams and a couple of months until the laws change, the rules are changing, that they're not bothered about a 2 or 3 gram, discretion kind of thing. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It means I'll be able to fly my Air 2S anywhere, same as I can my money. It means my Mini. It means I can fly it over towns, over villages, over industrial estates, and it's got a fantastic zoom on it. So I'll be able to do a real good job that DJ does. Having a look in the bins, be able to zoom in and see what they put in the rubbish bins. But yeah, that's something I'm really looking forward to. I can't wait. Hiya, Charlie. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm certainly better than I was Sunday. I'm having a shit time on Sunday, and as you can probably tell, I'm a bit more engaged, shall we say, a bit livelier than I was the other day. So I quite like this lighting actually. I've got it. I mean, this is my laptop here, but I've got another monitor up here. If you wonder what I look at up there, and it just it looks all right on that. Looks all right on that monitor. It looks okay. So, hiya, Chris. How you doing? Hope you're having a good one. I hope for Baton. How you doing, mate? Snack Salon. What do you sell at Snack Salon? Or do you just work there? Ah, taking our rights back. Yes, you are correct. Don't let anyone take them. This government's trying to take all sorts of rights off us at the moment. And, free speech and all that stuff. And, it's a sad state of affairs. You've got to be careful what you say now, I believe. Otherwise, you could get a knock on the door off the business. You thought it was my pole dancing light. Oh, shit, you've given my secret away. It is, it's my pole dancing light. It does all different colours. I've got like an orangey glow on it at the moment, which is better than the white light. It's not quite so dazzling and not quite so glaring. I was out with my drone last night and it fucked off due to lost connection on sports mode. I got it back today, thankful. DJI Air 2 Pro. Yeah, my Air 3 Mini did one of them once. So, oh, hang on a minute. DJ is in the house. Evening, DJ. Hope you're all right. I meant to give you a ring today, but I didn't know if you were really busy, so I left it. Mind you, I've been really busy. We've just been swapping the Wi-Fi from Sky to EE. So I've had to take all the Sky box out and put the new EE box in, and then the same with the TV downstairs and upstairs. And then every gadget in the house that has Wi-Fi on, I've had to swap. So it's been a right bloody pain in the arse. So, I'll try and give you a ring tomorrow if you can let me know if you're about. If not, perhaps Friday. Oh, I'm back at the hospital again on Friday. I've got my second eye test on Friday. I went to see the consultant last week, and then I'm back at the glaucoma. I'm back at the glaucoma clinic on Friday. So, Hi, Chris. I'm glad you're doing good. Uh, Can't beat doing good, can you? I've not had a drone yet, but got the chance of an older Mavic Mini at a good price, I think. Would that be okay for a beginner who's never used one before? Do you know any of the minis will do you? Uh, a mini Mavic, Air 2, Air 3, Air 4, Air 5, um, any of those, they're all the same to use. The thing is, the newer the drone, the more features it has in the way of safety, so they've got monitors on so you can't crash them so much, and they've got better range on them and things like that. So I would suggest, if you've got the money, to buy a newer model rather than an older model. But if that's all you can afford, then they're great for beginners. Nick says hi. Hi, DJ. DJ has to make an entrance. Of course he does. You know, he's got to make an entrance. I get disappointed when he doesn't. Yes, I'm absolutely dogs doodahs, mate. I hope you're doing all right. Yeah, so I'm all on my own at the moment. Well, I say that I'm with the two dogs. I've just had them outside. Just give them the tea. Hang on a minute. I'm just opening a can. I bet you can't guess what it is. There you go. Push the ring pull back. Yeah. I've got three of these Dilly Gaff t-shirts now. They're all right, aren't they? You left Sky, and now with Talk TV, Sky just got stupid money. It did do. I think we're saving probably about £70 a month, having swapped from Sky to EE. So yeah, it's a massive saving, £70 a month. That'll fill my car. I'll not be able to get far on it unless I keep off the throttle a bit live. It'll fill my car. Big Andy Big Bees. What are the big bees, Andy? As if I need to ask. Yes, I hope you're having a good one yourself, mate. I do. It's been a nice day today. Sun's been shining, and you know, it's been good. Wi-Fi swapping or wife swapping? Definitely Wi-Fi. I can't wait for it to get home. I get a bit, like, like I'm on my own. It's been kind of nice, a bit of peace and quiet, and not Coronation Street or EastEnders going in background or somebody shouting, "Can you turn that laptop down? I can't hear the television," in the background. But yeah, I must admit I really am missing it. But yeah, it was definitely a Wi-Fi swap. Hiya, Kim. I hope you're doing all right. I have been doing a lot on Facebook at the minute, but the trolls on Facebook are absolutely horrendous. So I've started doing what I used to do and stopping people commenting on videos. It's it's beyond crazy. Some of them, absolutely crazy, and some of the vile things they say is absolutely unreal. Saloon, not salon. I'm a Yorkshireman in Texas. I am home in Sheffield at the moment, loving all the flag around the country. Yeah, so am I, mate. Uh, I get a bit pissed off with the council coming around taking them down. Yeah, they can take all the Palestine flags down, but leave all the English and the Union flag up. So, hello from the North Pole. What's it like up there? We're getting a bit chilly now, I bet, this time of year. Any polar bears up there? Yeah, got to watch out for polar bears. I'm watching a thing on YouTube about somebody. There were a crowd of people, and the boat was sinking, and they jumped on one of these pieces of floating ice, and a polar bear spotted them about 500 yards away, and come swimming up, jumped on a lump of ice, grabbed somebody, dragged them off into water and onto another piece of ice, and ate them in front of everybody. Yeah. Has he got his green joggers on? I don't know. You will have to ask yourself, mate. Um, I've no idea. Sky Broadband definitely gone downhill. I'm thinking of leaving myself, to be honest. Well, we've swapped to this EE thing. Actually, Mrs. PJ was coming out of Asda in workshop, and there were a guy there collared her, and it were like, oh bloody hell, here we go. But anyway, she's a polite kind of person, so she started talking to him, and he asked, what she'd got, and she said Sky, and she says what package. So she told him, and said we can do the same package for this. How much are you paying? And she said a lot more than that. So she swapped it over. It's taken about 3 weeks to swap over. They sent all this equipment about a week ago. And it swapped over today. So I got up this morning, turned my laptop on, and everything's going, not working, you've no internet. Oh, bollocks. So I connected the laptop to my phone while I just checked my emails and had a cup of coffee, and then got started swapping everything over. So I've got cardboard boxes all over the place at the minute. I've not shifted them yet, and I've got to get them all in bin for Friday because it's the recycle bin on Friday. So I've got to get them in there. I nearly threw the old Skybox away, but Mrs. PJ says don't throw it away. They want it back. So I've hung on to it. There you go. Hope you're okay. I'm absolutely dog's bollocks, mate. Absolute dog's bollocks. Hope you're doing the same as well. Well, I'm feeling okay. Hiya, Colin. Is it anybody's birthday or anything? Anybody, anywhere, or anniversary or out like that? Give them a shout out if it is. I've had mine. I'm going to have to pack this frigging vape thing in. Evening from way up north. Whereabouts is way up north? Go bananas. Do you live near Santa? I'm sorry, Nick. I hope the kids aren't listening, but I do need to tell you that there's not really a Santa, mate. There's no such thing, like fairies and goblins and God and all that kind of shit. There's none of that. Ghosts. Yeah, sorry if you believe in all that kind of stuff, but there you go. How am I doing? Everybody keeps asking me how I'm doing. I'm all right. The pain in my back's gone a lot. I've got like a dull ache in my back. But yeah, I'm certainly a lot better than I was Sunday. I'm still on the tablets. I'm still on the. There you go. I'll get right way up. They are helping. Those in the paracetamol. I don't know if it's my back's getting better or it's just a build up of the painkillers. I can definitely feel it when I cough, and the kids come round and try and make me laugh because laughing hurts. But other than that, I'm okay. Hiya, Jason. How's it hanging, mate? Short and shriveled and to the right if you're out like me. And he says, evening, DJ. Dangerous animals. What, dogs or women? No, I don't mean that. I won't be without mine. And evening to everybody in the chat. Gary Neville is making lots leave Sky. I don't know. I don't even know who Gary Neville is, to be honest. I've no idea. meant to ask, are you into football? If so, what's your favourite football team, if you have one, that is? Uh, no. I'd rather watch Coronation Street and EastEnders or paint dry than football, mate. Um, Even when England's playing, Mrs. PJ will watch it and she'll say, "I come and watch England playing in the match," and I'll go, in a word, no. Um, they seem to do all right in World Cup and European Cup and all that kind of stuff, and then as soon as I go and watch them, they lose. So I must be a bad luck omen. So I've decided not to. I've decided not to partake in the viewing. But now football is not. Is definitely not my bag. Not that I'll ever subscribe to Sky Sports, a proper rip-off. Pay enough already for the basic Sky stuff and can't wait for the current contract to end. I used to have Sky Sports, not for the football, but for the other stuff. I used to like to watch the boxing and things like that, especially the big fights, because they used to be, believe it or not, years ago they used to be free, and then they started with this pay-per-view crap on Sky for the big, the big boxing matches and all that kind of stuff. And as soon as they started doing that, I cancelled Sky Sports. So, that was it. Evening from Durham. If you see Mrs. PJ, uh, do say hi. Say, your husband's missing you. Hurry up home. She's just texted me, actually. I said, going live now, babe. And she says, okay, baby. So apparently I'm her baby. Scotland. All right. Are you from Johnston in Scotland? Oh, hang on. Where are we? Oh, there we go. What are some of your favourite music artists? I like a lot of the old Motown stuff. Like Four Tops, Temptations, all that kind of stuff. I've never really been a Diana Ross and the Supremes. I'll listen to them, but I've never been a big fan. Um, I like to listen to the odd, Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell, that kind of stuff. Madness, I love Madness. Who else do I listen to? Oh, James Brown. I'm a big Brown fan. Never wanted to be James Brown. Always wanted to be Maceo Parker in the background playing the saxophone, and that's where I ended up. Who else do I like? Oh, you're going to think some of these are crap now. Wham. Just to go off track a little bit, AC/DC. Used to listen to Slade. All them 70s bands. Big into 70s music. Paul Simon, like Paul Simon. And I like a lot of the 80s stuff. And I like some of the old funk stuff, Farley Jackmaster Funk and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's quite a diverse range. Uh, I used to be a massive, well, I still am a massive Stylistics fan. Um, Thin Lizzy, I listen to Thin Lizzy all the time. The Police. So yeah, all sorts of stuff. So it just whatever's floating my boat on the evening. Sometimes I'll sit and listen to something that's got a good beat, and sometimes I just listen to something like the Stylistics and chill out. So, you ever round Rotherham? I haven't been into Rotherham for a couple of years, unless you count. I know Meadowall's in Rotherham, or is it? Yeah, I think it is. Unless you count Meadowall. But yeah. I don't go into Rotherham much. I don't go into Sheffield much, to be honest, unless I'm going to Meadowall or, as I call it, Murder Hell. You Beak. Yes. Are you a sapper? Now, notice I say, are you a sapper? Because once a sapper, always a sapper, mate. You Beak. That's, I think it means everywhere, doesn't it? Hanging low. Hey there. Now, what's hanging low? Do I need, dare I ask? England is like watching paint dry. I'm not saying a word, mate. What was your best and worst parts of trucking? I didn't mind the driving. Didn't mind the driving at all. I used to enjoy the driving unless I were going somewhere like in the middle of Birmingham and I'd not been there before. Leeds, I fucking hate Leeds. Driving around Leeds is like pulling teeth. Birmingham, a lot of the roads are very, very narrow. But if I'd got to run to, say, Scotland or, down to like Cornwall or something like that, Wales, I used to enjoy that, motorways, get on there, get the music. Oh, God, itchy nose. Um, cruising up and down the motorways. I used to enjoy that. What I didn't like the 3 o'clock in the morning starts, the 12, 14 hour shifts. Uh, I used to hate it when the motorways were really busy and it were howling it down with rain and all you could see were the lights of the truck in front of you, that were like just a few meters away and you were constantly watching for them brake lights coming on. Um, I weren't particularly enthralled with that. Nice quiet motorways, sunny days, and you can relax and chill a bit. Excuse me. But yeah, they were the good and bad things about it. I used to enjoy the driving. Good evening from Scotland, Bonnie, Scotland. How's it hanging? Short, shriveled, and to the right, mate. And the colder it gets, the shorter it gets. Evening from Plymouth. Oh, it's many, many years since I was in Plymouth. PJ, not into football, heard a rumour he likes playing nude tennis. Shh! Don't tell anybody. I'll be honest. I don't. I'm not into clothes. Um, all I wear all day is a t-shirt, a pair of shorts, and flip flops, and that's it. Nothing else. And yeah, I'm not. I don't like. I don't like dressing up. I don't like long trousers unless it's cold. Um, I don't like anything with long sleeves. It's very rare you'll see me with long sleeves on, unless I've got a coat on because it's cold. Um, but just be quiet about about the new tennis. Yeah. So went for a P155 in Tesco's, and the water was cold. Yeah, it is, and I'll tell you something else as well, mate. It's very deep. Some advice where to go for an audit my first time. Somewhere local, mate. Start off local. Don't go long distances. To start with, start off local. What I do is, and I know DJ does it. He gets Google Maps out, puts it on the satellite view thing, and just looks at industrial estates and see if there's anything interesting on there, and just make a list of, you know, 4, 5, 6 places that you think might be interesting, and off you go. I started off in workshop, to be honest. So I recently moved over to Go Fiver, which are absolutely fantastic, but they're only available in Scotland and the north of England. Hopefully, it'll spread to UK wide. Um, my dad had Virgin in, and that was incredibly fast. But the bloody TV app was crap. I thought it was rubbish. And they'd start off at a reasonable price. They were like Sky. They start off at a reasonable price, but after 12 months, they were putting it up through the roof, and it was getting more and more expensive. Looking well. Hope life is treating you just as well. Yeah, I'm not doing bad, mate. 70, still here, still knocking nail in occasionally, still enjoying life, still drinking my Pepsi Max, and doing all right. Playing with my drones, playing with my cameras, and yeah. I took you that I took you for a Take That fan. I do like Take That. Yes, you are correct. But you know, some people say I've got no taste, and other people think I have taste. It's down to the individual, isn't it? You either love them or you hate them. It's a bit like Marmite, I suppose. I especially need something. Can you shout out to Thomas for me? Thomas! Yo! How you doing, mate? Hope you're having a good one. Hope you're behaving, not being a bad lad like me, or as I used to be when I was a kid. But there you go. I met one of the guys from Pokal Harum the other day. All right, that's a 60s group, isn't it? White a shade of pale. Yeah, definitely 60s. That I met, being on the band circuit, I met quite a few artists in my days. I went to one and I was stood there having a piss next to Paul McCartney once, but that's a long time ago. I'm going to tell you a tale now about when I was a youngster. Um, my granddad used to keep a pub in town, Cannon Hotel, and he used to have a lot of friends in Sheffield that kept pubs. And he used to do all this fishing with all these fishermen from Sheffield and everything. And occasionally, when I were going to see some of his friends in pub, he used to take me with him. Anyway, we went to this pub in the middle of Sheffield once, and they'd got this singer on, and I'd only be about 5, 6, maybe. I weren't that old, maybe a bit older. And there was this guy singing, and he were absolutely awesome. He were fantastic. And my granddad kept saying, come on, we've got to go. And I'm saying, but granddad, I don't want to go on watching him. He's brilliant. And anyway, he got in a load of trouble off my mum and dad about it. But anyway, when the gig had finished, because pubs used to shut at 11 then, my granddad's mate, the landlord, says, do you want to go and say hi to the guy that was singing? Oh, yeah. Anyway, I walked over with him, and he says, Joe, this is young Peter. How you doing? And Joe Cocker took me hand and says, hiya, son. So I met Joe Cocker when I was really little, before he was really famous, when he used to sing around the pubs in Sheffield. But yeah, he were fantastic. He likes them because they're easy to spell. That's why I like 10cc as well, mate. That's easy to spell. 70s, 80s, and 90s were the best years for music. I agree. I listen to Greatest Hits Radio. That's what I have on all the time. But yeah, Yeah, it's. I'm not into this new. They don't play. They don't play instruments anymore. It's all done on computers. They're not. There's all this new stuff. There's nobody playing a keyboard or a piano or a guitar or drums or anything like that. You don't see, a sax player and a trumpet player and a trombone. I'd love to be able to play slide trombone. But anyway, that's another story. Um, you never see these people in the background playing instruments unless you're watching Hootenanny at New Year. But yeah, you never see it anymore. It's electronic crap. BT was a total rip-off. Love the Police. So do I. And I tell you something, they do all sorts of things, don't they? Prostitution and all sorts of things in their songs. How's it going? It's going absolutely super duper, mate. Dillygaff stand for something. Yeah, I'll explain it. Do I look like I give I think you can guess the last one. Oh, let's take that down. We'll do it again. Do I look like I give a fuck? That's what Dillygaff stands for. I believe it is an Australian expression. So there you go. I've got 3 of these Dillygaff shirts. That's my problem. If I see something that I like, um, I tend to buy 2 or 3 of them. Hang on, let's just pull that down just a tad. I tend to buy 2 or 3 of them. So when I go upstairs, I've got like 3 or 4 pairs of the same shorts or the same t-shirts or whatever. Yeah, I go in Primark. I'm a big spender, and I might buy 3 or 4 t-shirts. I might buy 2 of one colour, one of another colour, and one of another colour, but they're all the same, but they're just different colours, and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm a big spender, mate. I spend, it's the label that does it, isn't it? I mean, Primark, top quality stuff. We had a pub called the Argus Butterfly, and some of the top rock bands played there. Yeah, yeah. I used to love doing pub gigs. I used to think they were absolutely great. Um, we used to do a lot of places, on the East Coast, like Butlins and stuff like that, which were, I mean, the money were good, but I didn't do it for money. I did it for enjoyment. When uh, when it come to Christmas and New Year, um, they all used to say, "What's the minimum you'll work for on New Year's Eve?" And they were saying like 120 quid, 150 quid, and I'm going tenner because I didn't do it for money. I did it because I enjoyed it. What's this? I think I've got it. Do I look like I give a yes? You've got it, mate. That's definitely it. You can buy them off Amazon if that's what you want. Evening from Lichfield in my lorry. I take it you're overnighting, are you? Yeah, I didn't do that very often. I used to bloody hate it. But yeah, I live in Spain. You're always a good view. Whereabouts in Spain are you? We went there, went to Torremolinos this year, which is where we went on honeymoon 33 years ago. Something like that, anyway. And we renewed our wedding vows this year. We got married in a register office first time, and Mrs. PJ always said she wanted a church wedding. So we had a church wedding, white dress, suit, tie, family there, meal afterwards, and all the rest of it. Um, and then we went back to Torremolinos on second honeymoon, which is where we went the first time when we got married. Um, What kind of movies do you like? What are your favourite movies? I like a good comedy. I like a good action film. Um, I do like I do like anything that's got plenty of action in it, or something that's got an interesting story. I'm not into these wishy-washy or some of these strange kind of films. I'm not into these superheroes, Spider-Man and all that kind of stuff. Uh, super, Superman and all the rest. I'll watch them, I suppose. But yeah, I like a good western. I love the old Clint Eastwood westerns, Unforgiven and all that kind of stuff. Pale Rider. I love all of those. Is a way you can make your videos longer, drone footage, etc., etc. Yeah, you can do, but the only problem is if you make them longer, uh, they get boring. And I try and cut the boring bits out, where I'm walking around going, oh, there's a lorry, and oh yes, the driver's just getting out the cab now. Nobody wants to hear that. People want to hear, you know, it's like an action film. You miss the boring bits out and get to down to the action. So yeah, I used to like the old Bruce Willis films, Die Hard and stuff. But he's in a sorry state now, isn't he? He really is. Narrative, etc. Local experimentalist UK. Now, is that telling us something? A local experimentalist. What do you experiment at? Or don't we ask? But anyway, hi. Um, I'm feeling not bad, mate. I'm definitely a lot better than I was Sunday. I'm still doped up. I'm still on painkillers. Um, but yeah, I'm not doing too bad. I'm getting better, a bit better day by day. I can go out of bed now and into bed without going, oh, fucking hell. If I sit too long, getting out the chair is a bit painful. Um, I've not managed to walk the dogs far because the big one, the stupid one, likes pulling on the lead, and every time he runs off and yanks me on the lead, feels like somebody stabbed me in the back. So fair play to you and still knocking nails. Yes, well, you've got to. Um, Mrs. PJ won't let me get away with not doing it. uh, what do I think about Rufford Ford being closed? I think it's ridiculous, mate. Do I think they'll ever reopen it? I don't know. I've no idea. I've got itchy eyes. I don't know. I think I must have an allergy to the bloody dogs, to be honest, when my eyes itching. Um, yeah, I think it's absolutely ridiculous closing it. I mean, I kind of understand that people were getting worried about somebody be getting injured, uh, with some of them tear arsing through. But I remember being a little kid, like 6 and 7 year old, and my granddad taking me down there on a Sunday afternoon in the summer and watching the cars go racing through the Ford. So, I'm going back 60 years and they were doing it then. So, how many fights you had from doing this YouTube filming? Has it ever got physical? Yeah, it's got physical once or twice, mate. Um, I don't know, probably half a dozen people have had a go at me. Um, yeah, maybe a bit more. I don't know. I don't. I don't. Uh, I don't count. I've had quite a few threaten me. Uh, uh, Hi PJ, have a similar background in transport and trading. Things have changed, and not for the best. Pounds seem to be the reason, and not qualify or common sense. Yeah, I mean, when I first started training people, you could go straight on to class one. Then they changed it, so you had to do class one and class two. And they brought this theory training out and all that bollocks, which I kind of understand because, when I got my class one, I'd not even coupled or uncoupled a trailer. And all of a sudden, I got a class one license and went down to do a bit of agency work at Sainsbury's there near Rotherham. And they said, "There's your keys. Uh, that's your vehicle registration, and you want trailer number so and so." And it's like, oh shit, I've got to put a trailer on. And it was like first time I'd ever done it. I'd watched other people do it, but it was the first time I'd ever done it. Touch wood, never dropped a trailer on its knees. I always had that little sequence in my head. In fact, I wrote it down at first. How to couple and uncouple a trailer to make sure that I didn't drop a trailer on its knees or pull airbaggings out and stuff like that. But yeah. But I did quite a bit of subby work for Hargreaves training, and we used to teach the long-term unemployed to drive trucks, and it was like trying to plat fog with some of them. Some of them have been on the dole that long that the brain had just stopped working. It was like all they did all day was get up, watch telly, go to the pub, and go to bed. They didn't motivate the brain power, if you know what I mean, and getting them to think and do stuff was bloody hard work. And then of course we'd got some of our Asian cousins. I had one from Sheffield. He'd lived in England since he was 4 year old and could hardly speak English, and I refused to take him. I said, "I'm not taking him. His English ain't good enough." And he'd lived in the country since he was four. He'd be about 23, 24 year old. So yeah, I says, "I'm not taking him." 18 years airborne, not according to RSM Mitch Blanket folder. I don't know him. You can make noises like a trombone, but can't play one. Well, I can make noises like a trombone, but it's not a very well tuned one. And it don't come out here. It comes out other end. Were you a blanket folder, Pete? I think everybody in the army's been a blanket folder. I could end up as a tosser like you, but no, I'd rather be a blanket folder, mate, to be honest. Can you recommend a waterproof casing for the Osmo Pocket 3 as I'm off to your second home soon? I want to do some diving. Just have a look on the DJI website, mate. They sell them there, and I think they're waterproof down to 10 meters anyway. So, but have a look on the DJI website. They sell them. Have you ever been to a truck festival? No, no, I haven't. No interest in going. I think when I'd spent, I mean, I used to enjoy driving the trucks and everything, but I think by the time I'd done 5 or 6 days truck driving, I'd had enough trucks, and all I wanted to do was keep away from them till I was back at work. So, Kevin bloody Wilson. To be honest, Mr. JD, I've not really had a look. I will have a look. It's the Dillygaff shirts I've been going for at the moment, and the ones with the English flag on. They're the t-shirts I've been going for. All right, Dillygaff was created by Kevin Bloody Wilson in a song. There you go. I think somebody had told me that before. I think he's Aussie. He's definitely Aussie, isn't he? Matalan was my favourite Fruit of the Loom t-shirts for £1.50 top quality. You're a good man, you are. I can't understand these. The only thing I spend decent money on is shoes. And even then, I buy Skechers and I go to the retail park and I'll go where they're selling them off, like the end of lines selling them off. I do like Levi's. You'll often see me in Levi t-shirts. But once again, I'll go to the retail park and I'll buy them from there rather than going in the Levi shop, pending, spending a fortune. In a town called Sax near Alicante. That sounds like a real cool place, that, being a sax player. What made you get into auditing? Boredom, as much as anything. COVID was on. It was again, so you could go out a bit. And I'd had plays at doing YouTube stuff before. I got another YouTube channel that doesn't do much. It only does a bit. And then I thought, well, what can I do? And I'd seen people out doing police stations, AB and things like that. And I thought, I don't want to do that. But I could go around industrial estate, because the odd one were doing the odd industrial estate. They were mostly doing police stations, but they'd throw the odd industrial estate in. And I thought, well, I can go around industrial estates and video some of the big trucks and, earth moving equipment and plant and stuff like that. So that's how I started. And it took me 4 weeks to get my 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 viewing hours. 4 weeks, which was pretty good. Hope you're okay from Kane in Guernsey. Never been to Channel Islands. I keep saying I fancy it, but apparently it's very expensive. I don't know. Never been, but that's what I've heard. Watched your videos for months. Nice to finally put a face to the voice first time I've seen you. Well, I'm always around, mate. I'm trying to do 2 live streams a week at the moment. One on a Wednesday evening, my Sunday one I've started doing at 7:00. So yeah, I'm just plodding on, mate. Plodding on. New film that looks good is Swear, true story about Tourette's guy, John Davison. One to look out for. What is it Jimmy Carr says? I wonder what is it? Tourette's. I wonder what it is that makes people with Tourette's tick. I'm going to see Jimmy Carr. I'm going to see Jimmy Carr soon. Yeah, Chesterfield. Watched A Few Dollars More the other day. Yeah, I tell you one I like The Outlaw Josie Wales. I like that one. That's quite a good one. But I do like all the Clint Eastwood's westerns. It's the editing that's the long part. Yes, it is. Definitely. Hope you get better soon. The pain must be fucking bad. I'm not as bad as I was. I am getting a bit better. I'm definitely more cheerful than I was Sunday. I was feeling really shit on Sunday. I only did half an hour or so on Sunday because I was feeling that crap. Hello, pal. DP Peter Gary. There you go. Say hi to DJ from me, as it's always a delight to hear from him on YouTube. Same with you. Bob on, mate. What do you think of this government, Keir the Wanker, and do you think reform will get in next election? I'm not a praying man, but I pray they do. If you want to know what I really think of this government, what time is it? It's 5 to 8. We can stay till about 3 o'clock in the morning going through that if you like. And I'd probably get arrested at the end of it if I told you how I really feel. But no, all my life I've been a Labour voter until the last election. Then I voted Tory for Brexit, and then Tories went and fucked that up, didn't they? They couldn't even sort Brexit out. What a bloody washout! But yeah, Farage will sort it. He'll get it all done. Hi, PJ and DJ. Hi, Anita. When you Immingham way? I don't know, mate. I like to go to Cleethorpes and Grimsby and stuff occasionally. But there you go. My absolute pleasure, Neil. No problems at all. Good evening to you, Gareth. I am going to get off in a bit. But yeah, I've been on for nearly an hour now. And if I sit here for much longer, I'm going to need a crane to get me out of the chair. Can you show us your equipment you use for auditing? Well, I've got the DJI mic Mini. I've got GoPro 13, GoPro 12, DJI mic Doobie, whatever it is. I've got the Osmo Ultra. Not done yet. And then I've got the Go 3S. And I've got the Action 5. What else we got? Oh yeah, I've got me. And then I've got the. What drones have I got? I've got the Mini 3. I've just given my Mini 2 to my daughter. I've got the Mini 3, the Mini 5, the Air 3S. I've got the Avada, which I've just got the batteries on for at the moment, and the goggles, which are wrapped around the charger. Hang on, wrecking the gaff. I've got the goggles. For the Avata, and that's about it, I think. Oh no, I've got my hang on. I've got the Insta 360. I can't see where I've put it because it's dark. I've got the Insta 360 X5. I've got the DJI Osmo. I've got my Sony ZV-1. My GoPro 11 I just gave to my friend in Egypt because he does all this swimming with sharks and stuff and is packed in, so I gave him one of mine because I'm a generous kind of person like that. And no, I'm not giving any more away. And I think that's about it, really. Yeah, I've got a bit. Don't tell Mrs. PJ because she doesn't know I've got all this. I once bought a pair of tortoiseshell shoes. It took me 2 hours to walk to the shop. Nice one. I did mine off a one shot. There you go. If you could collaborate with any big brand, who would it be and why? DJI. I do I'd like to do DJI and Insta 360, but I'm not bothered. I don't think they want to. I don't think they want to do a collaboration with an auditing channel. So, watched Jimmy Carr live once. Didn't think much to his actual show, but his interaction with and roasting of the audience is great. Yeah, I kind of know where you're coming from. I love his interactions with the audience. He's ruthless, isn't he? How tall am I? I'm 6 foot. Well, I used to be 6 foot. I don't know if I've shrunk as I've got older. Uh, you're keeping me company while Mrs. PJ's away. I've got 2 dogs for that as well. Bike is life on the Kentish roads. From what I've seen of the Kentish roads when I were down there not long ago, is you're likely to get bloody killed on them, I'll tell you. Get DJI Action 5 Pro. I've got one, mate. I've just shown it you. Yeah, good camera. I use that more than anything, to be honest. And I use my little. I use this drone as much as anything when I'm, making vlogs when I'm walking around. So, Brexit is an absolute mess. We have lost all our fishing to the French, and Jerseys and Kia has nothing apart from giving the French extra time to fish in our waters. I'm not going to say he's a wanker, even though he is, but I cannot understand where this government comes from. I can't understand what they're thinking. I really cannot. I'm not going to get into it also. I'll be pulling my dreadlocks out for the next 2 hours. But that's it anyway. I can't say hotels. Just my blobbing. Mini 5 looks sick. Yes, it does, and it is. But you can't fly close to it without an A2. It's a good job I've got one, isn't it? You can do after 1st of January. You can fly as close as you like, mate. We are meant to be a crown dependency, not being told by the UK government what to do. But at this moment in time, they seem to tell us what to do, which is not right because we're a self-governing country. I agree totally, mate. I agree totally. Like this guy that's just killed these people at this mosque. A woman got sent down for something that she put on Twitter or reposted on Twitter, and he'd been arrested for rape, and he was out on bail. Where's the justice in this country? Really nice. Yes, it is. It's a good little camera, mate. It really is. How do the DJI work? Do you need to plug them into a body cam? They work wirelessly with the Action 5. The Go Ultra, it works wirelessly with them. The DJI, the new DJI little one, they work with those. With my X5, I've got one of these microphones, which is it's a remote control, Bluetooth remote control, and it's got a built-in microphone in it, which is very, very good actually. Yeah, but yeah, you can connect without plugging the main unit into the Action 5. It just works directly with it, which is great. You popped off? I don't know. DJI paid to keep reviews good. I'll be honest. I'm really into the DJI ecosystem, as you can possibly tell, and the Insta 360. So I've got one, two, three, five, about 6 DJI drones. So No idea what that is. These comments are from a while ago. I'm trying to catch up, mate. I want to get finished. That Mini drone sucks ass. Mini 2 better quality footage. There you go. I started off with a Mini 2. Thanks for the shout out, my son Thomas. Luckily, he didn't hear you comment on Santa. I did warn you. They're all wankers. I'm not saying any more. Like bankers. Bankers are wankers. I know you can't say nothing in the UK because you may get arrested. It's not like us in the Channel Islands. Yeah, well, I mean, what about him that landed on an aeroplane in this country and got arrested? So in 2026, you can fly a 4 kilogram drone over commercial. No, up to 900 kilogram. 900, up to 900 grams instead of the 250 grams. Up to 900 grams with a C1 marking, I believe it is. Have drone. Good. I want to say a disclaimer that the comments that I have written, PJ has not only read out and has not said anything bad about Kia. It was me, so please do not arrest him. Thanks, Kane. You can get arrested for that as well, mate. It's been great. You've been posting some of your old audits from years ago. Yeah, I have. I've been re-editing and putting them back on. With A2, you can. Yeah. What you can do is, if you see if I can find it, join them, and you get an A2. There you go. And you get 5 million insurance as well. I wouldn't want a 900 kilogram drone to fall on my head. No, neither would I. I wouldn't want anything 900 kilogram to land on my head. That's 9 ton. 90 grams, mate. Anyway, look, I've been on for an hour and 10 minutes, and if I don't move, I'm going to be stuck here until Mrs. PJ gets home tomorrow, and then I'm going to be in a terrible mess. Did mine through. Peace Can Fly was we're doing the test with camera facing me to prove I wasn't cheating. Yeah, there you go. Right then. So I'm going to love you and leave you and say bye to everybody. I'll just click through these as I'm going through. Everybody say the goodbyes at 1, 2. And then I'm going to love you and leave you. And I've got to figure out how I say this every time, don't I? Figure out how to stop this live stream. So keep watching the videos. Go easy on the nude tennis and the pole dancing. You haven't said whether to do the pole. I can do the pole dancing naked either. Or is it just the tennis? All the best to everybody, yes. I'm glad you've enjoyed it. Have a good night, the rest of you. And I shall see you, hopefully, in the next live stream on Sunday. But in the meantime, keep watching the videos, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everybody. See you soon. Figure out how to end this now. End broadcast.